الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم استخدمنا في خدمة القرآن والإيمان والإسلام ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. So far we said we have to make sure that the Creator is a single one and every moment and everything is given existence by this absolute Creator. So, okay, that's fine. How am I going to experience it? How am I going to put this, we call it the general understanding, oneness of God, or the general expression used, tawheed, believing in oneness of God, or the uniqueness of God, or absoluteness of God. Okay, how can I practice it? How can I put it into my practical life? So we have to bring the belief into practice. Well, of course, we always talk about this point. Bringing the belief into practice doesn't mean that only doing the rituals. No, living according to one's belief. Living according to your conviction that this universe is being existence by an absolute one, constantly, continuously, every moment. Everything. So in the universe is given. So how can I live with this understanding? Without realizing we separate our life. Without realizing, we don't mean to separate our life, but what we do, we separate our life, religious life and life concerning my word. It means my worldly life. There are many sloganic sentences going on in the minds of the people or in the culture of the people, especially this century. It has been also for many centuries before, but especially this century, these expressions we will study at the end. We will come there at the end. So first let's understand, how are we going to put our belief in the oneness of God into practice while I am living in this world without being dragged by, if you like, secular understandings. Secular means the worldly purposes in our life, worldly purposes. It means using the word for its own sake, not as a person who has realized that every moment in the world has been created by an absolute one. How can I live in this world which is created by the absolute one by not referring this word to him or being aware of him? It is contradictory if I do that, if I did that. So, but at the same time, practically, we are used to living in this world by following the conditions of this world at the level of cause and effect relationship, rather than cause as well as the effect are both related to its creator at the same time, at the same moment. So I have to live in this world as I am living in the or within the manifestations of this absolute being. So I am nothing but the manifestations of the qualities of this absolute being. But at the same time, I have to deal with the world. Yeah, this world, and this world drags me and asks me or forces me to get in touch with it and get in contact with it, with this world, and follow its own conditions, it seems to be. For example, when it's cold, you have to wear something warm. So when you are hungry, you have to eat something, and you have to have a shelter in this world. Although you believe in God, although you believe, if now at this stage we say, at the ideal level, God is the sustainer, God is the shelter provider. So, but at the same time, I have to have my house. I have to have a room, or at least in this world. So God is the sustainer, but at the same time, I have to eat a loaf or some bread or something. I have to eat something. And also I enjoy it. So we hear at the same time from people speaking in religious terms saying that this world is dangerous. Forget about this world. Turn your back against this world. So get ready for the hereafter. It is eternal. It is perfect. Yeah, it is pure good. And this world is mixed up with evil. It seems to be correct. I have to get ready. But how can I manage with my relationship with this world? So how can I really handle with this narrations from the religious sources, not only from the Qur'an only, or the sayings of the Prophet, and other religions also say that this world is really dirty and contagious, etc. It means, draws your attention to itself and prevents you from following the requirements of the hereafter. Okay, there is a problem. So make it practical. How can I make it practical now? My belief in oneness or the unity of God. So, what is it? What is it good for? This life of world. Shall we just abandon it? From one end, the Prophet says it is the source of evil. From another end, the Prophet says don't don't kill yourself. From another side, there are other verses calling us for other things. So when we are studying, inshallah, we will come back there. So, we need a reader. Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Nursi was once asked, "The people of truth have contempt for the world. They say that it is evil and unclean, whereas you show it to be the means and proof of all divine perfections, and speak of it, what does it say, favorably."
Is the question clear? That's what we hear. Shall we move? Somebody? Let's have a different voice. Yeah.
You don't like my voice, actually?
No, different. Another best, beautiful voice.
The answer: the world has three faces. Its first face looks to God Almighty's names. It displays their impress. It is a mirror to them, reflecting their meanings. This face of the world consists of innumerable letters or messages describing God. This face is utterly beautiful and is worthy of love, not repugnant.
Is it clear? We have discussed or emphasized on the importance of reading, benefiting from this word, this creation. In reality, if someone does not pay attention to this word, including himself, herself, including his or her own human qualities, for this man, that is a matter of dispute among the scholars, but we can talk without referring to the scientific or theological side of it. We have no other means of knowing our God or having belief in God hereafter, nothing. But there is Qur'an. Just a minute. Even the Qur'an you receive here in this world. The prophet is a part of this world. Yeah, my intelligence, my intuitions. I'm speaking this, using these languages, this terminology on purpose, because people say we can intuitively find God. Your intuitions are a part of this world. Yep. Your intelligence is a part of this world. You are a created being. So your intelligence, your intuitions are related to this world and collect the information, data from this world. You cannot isolate yourself from the world. Impossible. So if there was no creation, there would be for human beings no responsibility of knowing, understanding, or concluding, and deciding, using their free will, and making choices. Nothing, because I can just live as I am. Don't bother about anything, because there is no evidence. There is no data that I can work on it and come to a conclusion, decide that this is right, this is wrong. Let me put it in a simpler language. If there was no creation, for us there would be no way of understanding or concluding that there is a creator or there is no creator. There would be no matter of discussion or dispute there. So this word is necessary for me to come to a conclusion, or to use my human qualities and come to a conclusion. You use my intelligence, use my consciousness. Consciousness means awareness of my own existence, awareness of the existence of this world, and analyze it. Choose one way or the other of the interpretation of this world. So that's why the Qur'an and the person it is mentioned here always refers to the creation and draws our attention to the creation. Even when the prophetic stories are told in the Qur'an or in the Bible in general, Old Testament especially full of the prophetic stories. So when they are called, they are speaking to my human qualities, human senses. And I have to analyze them within my existing human senses. So they are not out of the creation. They are lived, experienced human senses. I mean, for me, there's a lived occasions narrated in the Quran, so that I will experience the same thing in my life. These are for me. I will put myself into the shoes of if you like, figures mentioned in the story. If the story says I created Adam, Adam is me. The angels prostrated, where the angels are prostrating me. I have to understand what angels are. The devil or the Iblis didn't rejected, didn't prostrate or serve human beings. Still the Iblis is not obeying me, not prostrating me. He is trying to deceive me. It means coming with an alternative. That's within my creation. So put yourself into the story, you will understand that most of the scripture, either it is a Qur'an or Torah in general, or the other scriptures, talk about the creation and base their argument on the creation or on the evidence of the creation, evidence we derive from the creation. Without creation, we cannot. That's why we have to pay attention to the creation as a what? As a source of manifestation of the qualities of its creator. It's so clear. So if there was no creation, there would be no way for me to make any judgment at all about my existence. To come to any conclusion at all about the existence of anything, so there's a source of existence or not. So in this respect, universe is the only place where we can find our evidence for our conclusions. Use our intelligence by using the universe. So that is why the universe exists, and from after examining the existence of the universe, we conclude that the creator, the maker of this universe, is really manifesting his qualities in this world. So we should attribute all the qualities here to their original source. That's what we have to have with the universe. Right? That's why this paragraph says, not the paragraph, maybe, the face looks to God Almighty's names. It means attributes, qualities. So it displays their impress. It is a mirror to them. It is a mirror to the names, the qualities of its creator, reflecting and letting me realize. This face of the word consists of innumerable letters or messages describing its creator, God. So this face is utterly beautiful and is worthy of love, not repugnance. That's why the scriptures are full of references to the creation, to the universe. The second. Somebody? No one knows English? You know? Oh, mashallah. Where did you learn it? Please.
Its second face looks to the hereafter. It is the seed bed of the hereafter, an arable field for paradise. It is the flower bed of mercy. This face is also beautiful like the first one, and is deserving of love, not contempt.
Thank you. So it is, this face looks to the hereafter. Did you ask, just a minute, we saw that this universe is the place of, manifestation place of the names, the attributes of its creator. Where did you where did you get this hereafter, the idea of hereafter now? We should ask this question. How did you come to this conclusion? So when we look at the universe, we studied this. We have been studying actually when we were studying, concentrating on the singularity of the creator, uniqueness of the creator, absoluteness of the creator. It took 4 or 5 weeks, I think. So during that discussion, during those discussions, we understood that there is nothing in this world which does not point to the absoluteness of the existence of its origin. Absoluteness of the existence of its origin. There is nothing in this world that doesn't say, doesn't proclaim, doesn't explain or let us know that I came into existence as a result of the will of the absolute source, which brings things into existence. So if we don't take it for granted that the things are coming into existence as a sequence of cause and effect determinism, if we just not deny it, not approve it, but individually and with a free mind, open mind, study every single event, we understand that this single event, anything, needs to come into existence from non-existent. So no one can say that the things are coming into existence eternally, because the world is created or is made in a way that no human mind can accept the existence of thing and give it an eternal existence. If something exists in this world, is subject to change. When it is subject to change, it has to follow certain order. And this order is absolutely beyond the capacity of each and every single being in this world. Doesn't know the order because this order is taking place within the context of the whole universe. No one, we studied all this, no one really separates or divides, can divide this universe and take one single thing and study it independently. Impossible. They are all dependent. You cannot say, I exist independently. I am dependent on atmosphere. At least gravity, earth, my cells, my atoms or particles. So atmosphere depends on others. The others depend on others. So no one can really isolate it. So that's a very important point. We called it as indivisibility of the universe. That is how we named it. Indivisible. So it is indivisible, understood. So everything points to an absolute source. Absolute source means endless, limitless, infinite. Infinite means whatever exists here claims that I come from an infinite source. Infinite source means, of course, the things are transient, but the source is eternal. If the source is eternal, I question the existence of everything in terms of eternity. It means infinite. When I question the things in terms of infinite, for example, I like something. I enjoy it. I have a feeling in me, which is given to me, and if I enjoy something, I want to enjoy it endlessly. I don't want to enjoy anything in a limited time. So, very simple, if someone says, not getting old, whatever you are given now, you are a young person. So, would you like to die and go into annihilation? The human says, no. Even not death. A little bit, sickness we start feeling. We don't want it. We don't want it. We want health. We want a life, fit life. So healthy life. So we don't want to lose our strength. We don't want to lose our qualities, human qualities, or feelings. We don't want. So from there, we understand that if everything is coming from an eternal source, it must be related to his eternity. If I want these things with no end, I don't want to lose my health at all. I don't want to lose my life at all. I don't want to lose my youth at all. But it is going. So this desire pulls me, okay, it is going, but the source of existence of my youth is eternal. Since he gave me the desire for eternity, eternal enjoyment of my youth, I'm looking at you, Habibi, you are maybe the youngest one among us. Oh.
Oh, thank you.
So if I don't want to lose this happiness, and if the source is eternal, if this desire is given to me by the eternal source of my existence, this desire, I look for eternity. I say, I want this for eternity. That's hereafter. How can we turn this world to the hereafter? It means eternal life. Through using the universe, the existing things in this world, attributing them to its eternal source, and connecting your feelings, desires for eternity to this eternal source, your action becomes for the eternity. Did you understand? Did I make it very fast? Your action becomes for the eternity. Don't say that I'm sitting here, I'm not doing anything for eternity, but when I pray, I'm doing something for the hereafter. This is a false image. That's what we are going to learn today. While you are sitting here, enjoying the air and the friendship of the present people here, or your family, whatever, you enjoy it, you like it, your health, your youth, I want this eternity. Oh, the source of this youth. I want eternity from you because you are the eternal source of this sense. So if you live this moment with this awareness and refer it to the source and live accordingly, that is how you live with your belief. That's how you transfer your transient moment into eternal moment, because you connected your moment to its eternal source. We may not be, because we are living in a divided world. That is generally happening. That is the general thing. What we keep hearing, that please don't lose yourself in the world and spare some time for the hereafter. Why come to the mosque or come and join the community activities, the religious community activities? Divide your life into two. This is a false image. It has no reality. It has no reality. Be careful. But, of course, I'm speaking to you. So those people who cannot really see the manifestations of the eternal source in every moment, in everything, they have to have their own world, their own life. But as usually I say, listen to this, try to understand this, but without really developing this idea and perfecting this understanding and living by it, don't tell anybody. Maybe you're questioning friends, not your parents. That's something else. Mostly speaking. Yeah? That is a general thing, especially living in this world, being mostly coming from an immigrant family background. Do you understand what I mean? So think about everything which is told here for yourself. You can do that. You can do that. Not your next door neighbor. Maybe not. We don't know. That's their business. They will think of these matters related to belief at their own level. But you have to think of the matters related to belief at your own level. You cannot imitate your father or your grandmother. I say grandmother's stories. You cannot relate to yourself to them. But be sympathetic to them, but live your own reality for yourself. So be careful here. You can avoid from falling into the divided world. Divided world. Yeah, it is worldly life, religious life. Right? This is called dualism. You know, and this dualism is the source of all disease, all source of all evil, because you cannot. While you are living in this world, you forget about God, and when you go to the mosque or any religious activity, you are in the presence of God, or you are doing something religious. It's not religious; it is ritualistic. Yeah, every culture has its own ritual. Even the most primitive societies have their own rituals. So what makes the rituals really to get the form of real worship of God is consciousness, not the action itself. Do you understand that? It is a little bit dangerous. Dangerous means not very fitting to the current understanding of religion or religious activities. So the second phase helps me to transfer my worldly life into a transient worldly life into an eternal life by bringing my consciousness of belief in the eternal creator into my worldly transient life. That is the way how we can really use this word as a seedbed of the hereafter. Because seedbed is, I put one seed, and this seed grows into a tree. Yeah, one cell grows into an animal, or a human being, for example. So, one seed grows into a tree, shows me that this seed has the potential, created, of course, by its creator, to grow into a seed, into a tree, I'm sorry. So every moment of every human being is a seed. The potentially, it is created in the form of a seed. How? Because every human being is given the ability through endless senses to realize that these senses are given to this individual in order to relate them to their eternal sources. Eternal source, I'm sorry, the plural wasn't. Eternal, it cannot be plural. Eternal source. Though I am a seed, because in the language of the Qur'an, it says everyone is a caliph on earth of God. Every person has a spirit from God. It means everyone is able to recognize the eternal source. So every moment is created in order to manifest the qualities of the eternal source. So I can really relate this moment and transfer it to its source, and as if I am sowing the seed into that moment, the field of that moment, because through this field, eternal life will be grown.
I have a question regarding that. I mean, sure, I understand that God is capable of having creating it. I mean, eternity, right? Making me eternal or whatever. But I mean, what's the guarantee that He will?
I would ask, how do you understand that God is capable of creating it?
Well, because there's signs around us,
Ah,
right?
yeah. Come from there, from the signs.
Yes, so I see signs that show me that, for example, God creating a banana, right?
Anything, yeah. The one who creates the banana.
Yeah, the one who creates is capable of creating it eternally.
Because it has to be absolute.
Yes.
If it is absolute, no problem. There's no limit.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But what's the guarantee that eternity will be granted to me?
Your relationship with the banana. So you love banana.
Okay.
Your sense is created by the sense of loving. The banana is
The-
created by
The one who created the banana.
the one who created the banana. Okay, come on, put together. Put together. Connect them. Plug in. Yeah? Your sense is created by the eternal source. Banana is created by the eternal source. Your love of banana is created by the same source. So you want this taste exist forever.
But that doesn't guarantee anything.
Just a minute. The source is there. Your feeling is given to you by whom? By your mother?
By the one. by the-
Yes,
yeah.
that's the mirror, that's missive. What did he say here? It is the flower of the mirror. Yeah. No, the first one, the previous one.
That's the third clause.
No, the second one? Was it in the second one?
I'm trying so hard not to be.
No, the mirror. Where is mirror?
Back.
Sorry, no, this one. Yes. No,
Going forward.
I'm fast one. Yeah? That it's a mirror. It's a mirror. It's a missive. It's a letter. It is a message from your Creator. So, if the one who gives you this understanding, this hope or this expectation, this desire for eternity, is if this one was not going to give it to you, why would he give it to you? Do you understand? Don't you trust your Creator? Who else would you trust? So do you think you would trust your father? He will die soon.
I see what you're saying.
So this is a missive from your Creator that I'm going to give you. If on return this to me, it means use it in my name. Don't betray the trust. Don't betray the trust. Do you get it? If you betray the trust, you will, in this world also, you get nothing. If you promise, let's say, for a company that you are going to work and come to the office at 8 o'clock and until 5, then at the end of the month they will pay you that amount of something, money or something. If you don't come, if you betray the contract, covenant, as the mithaq with the language of the Qur'an, so we are expected, not only the children of Israel are expected to obey the covenant or to keep the covenant. Everybody is the member of children of Israel. And I am one of the children of Israel. You are one of the children of Israel. No, we are not Jews. No, children of Israel is really those people who have an act with covenant with their Creator. It means use all your abilities as a sign, as a news, or as a contract. Every ability is an article, one article in the contract. So if you do not really betray the contract, gives it to you because that's the point. Otherwise, there is no point in existing. Well, why did he create me? I not expected anything to go back to him, to connect myself to him, and put my trust in him. So if I don't, there's nothing that I can trust if I don't trust the Creator of my senses.
It makes sense.
Okay? So, second, so did we understand how we can really turn our 24/7, huh? 24/7. I'm always confused. I don't know that. I keep spoiling. 24/7 moments to turn as an, if you like, investment for the eternal life. It is possible. Just relate yourself to its source, plus relate the creation around you to their source and connect them and use them in His name. Keep your covenant with the Creator, with the source, and don't betray it. So if you betray it, everybody, who are the treasoners, the people betray the country. How are they called?
Traitors.
Traitors. The traitors are executed. Do you understand? Usually, the real traitors. Yeah? Why? They are betrayed. They are really the betrayal of the reality of their being. So they are within their own country, undermining their own establishment. So that is something there. So if someone really betrays his or her covenant with its creator, source of existence, it is extinguishing its being. Do you understand? It means as if he is not existing. It means really he really corrupted his being. That's why the Quran keeps saying that those people who don't believe in God, they are corrupt people. Corrupt people. Why? They are really betraying their nature or their main purpose of their existence. These are interesting things. We have to pay attention to the reality of ourselves and the reality of the creation around us and act accordingly. Just because we are responsible for our free will. How are we going to choose, this way or this way? Mainly the Quran says you are responsible for believing in God and submitting yourself in your Creator and not assigning anything else as your point of worship. That is called shirk. No, apart from the shirk, everything is forgiven. Don't worry about it, but please be attention not to commit shirk. If the committing shirk means really using your human qualities and referring these qualities to anything other than the eternal being. Anything. For example, your hope for something, if you lay your hope on something else other than the eternal source of this existence, this universe, you are betraying. It means you are really replacing God's authority with something else. So it seems to be, from one aspect, very easy to return all our life into a worshipful life. It's very easy. From another aspect, it means that we don't have to lose ourselves in certain actions and no. But at the same time, keeping this awareness needs training. That's what the Quran is for. We have to read the Quran for training purposes. Again, today I had a discussion with somebody, and I understood that if someone doesn't read the Quran as the source of training, he doesn't benefit from it. Especially if someone reads the Quran as the source of codification, he loses everything. It's not reading the Quran. So we have to be very careful. But when we train ourselves under the teachings of the Quran, because Quran teaches all this in reality, but we are not used to maybe reading the Quran in this way, from establishing my belief system. We have to read the Quran in order to establish our worldview. Which kind of world I am in. The others are secondary, but not absolutely nonsense or unnecessary, but secondary. Primary purpose of reading the Quran is to establish your worldview. So when you read like this, of course, you find yourself that you need to train yourself. And for example, if somebody, let's say an athlete, if this athlete stops exercising for a week, what happens? He loses he starts losing his talent, his ability. That's what we have to remember. We have to remind each other always this, if you like, establishing Tawheed, establishing the absoluteness of our Creator and the presence of this absolute Creator in our life, always manifesting Himself and showing, drawing our attention to Him continuously. We keep forgetting, and then turn into reduce religion to only some certain practices, which are called rituals. Only rituals. We are not saying that there is no ritual. No, there are, but these rituals make sense only after when they are when your life is related to the eternal life, or to the eternal source of existence, or eternal source of life. Right? I think. Do you have any questions? Okay, that's the third. The third phase. Anybody? You don't know how to read? You haven't learned? Okay, read it. Inshallah. Yeah.
The third phase looks to man's base appetites. It is a veil of neglect and a plaything for satisfying the desires of the worldly. This phase is ugly because it is transient and mortal. It is full of pain and it deceives. The contempt described in the hadith and the repugnance of the people of truth is for this phase.
No, this first, the third phase is full of pain and it deceives. Why? Depending on our attitude. Yeah. If we don't really use the universe and existence as the source of experience of the manifestations of my Creator, then what is left? Transient, deceptive face of the world. Today I like my being and I know it is going. And tomorrow I'm going to die. And I will lose everything. So today, for example, the spring was nice, we enjoyed it. When it is summer, we really get hot, and it's still okay. Now the fall is in the corner, or we are in the fall now, and everything is falling down. The signs of death and transience is everywhere, everywhere. So what they tell us, be careful, this world in and of itself is transient. So look for the source of this world and attach your emotions, your feelings to this source. If you don't, rather, I can see somebody is supposed to be in Canada. Yeah? Inshallah, welcome. So, if we lose the connection with the source, what we are left with? The transient aspect of this world. That's why it is the source of pain. It is deceptive. It deceives. Why? Today I am young, I am energetic, I am healthy, but I know by looking at me and Habibi, I will become like them one day. It will go. And as soon as we start feeling the enjoyment of the goodness that we receive in this world, and the goodness itself says, I'm going. I'm leaving you alone. Yeah? No one can get really enjoyment from something transient. So, the life passes.
I try.
Sorry?
I try.
You try?
Yeah.
Try not to lose the connection with the eternal source.
Enjoy the transient.
Yeah. So we experience the transit, and Habibi, and we are experiencing the transience now very deeply within us, because we cannot claim anything. I hear not very clear. I can't really see without the glasses, and I can't really run as much as I could when I was young. Oh, what's going on, man? So there is no enjoyment, no source of enjoyment. The spring was beautiful. Everything was alive, coming into life, and green, and the life. Everywhere is showing the life, demonstrating the life. And now fall is coming. What's happening? All the things are dying. If we don't realize the eternal source of this world, the world itself definitely turn into winter. Everything will be covered by shroud of snow and death. And I know that this reminds me of my death and my death. And if I'm going to die, why bother about anything? Meaningless. So the third phase is not intrinsic in the world. That's a little bit, it needs attention. The third phase, third phase in the world, the third phase of the word is not intrinsic in the word. It is in my attitude towards it. Right? So the creator of the world, this world, has not created this world in order to function as a trap for me, so that I will fall. So he will say, see, you are going to get in the hereafter in front of me, and I'll take you to the account, and I push you in the hell, and you will see. So that he will be enjoying my falling. Which kind of creator is he? Can you imagine that the creator of this universe will enjoy from torturing me? Can you? I tortured myself. So I turned, if I disconnect myself with the eternal source of this world, what I do, I've put myself into a transient world full of sorrow, full of pain, because the world divorced, separated, cut off from its eternal source is or turns into a source of sorrow. We have to experience this. We have to think about it. If you receive a present from an eternal source, and for example, he gave you an orange. Who gave you the orange? Example, or banana. You are today the man of banana. So let's keep the banana example. You have received the banana from whom? Let's say from me. It is a bit difficult to get a banana from me, but I'm not a generous man. So, so let's say I gave you a banana. If you say this is from Ali, you will definitely say that, one day Ali will die and there's no banana. And the banana itself goes off. Yes, it rots. Right? That's the reality. But because you thought that the banana is given to you by Ali, the source of existence of banana is Ali, that's your mistake. You have to think, can Ali create banana, the banana? You have to think, you're a human being. You have been given the intelligence to question this. Can Ali create the banana? No, he can't. Yes? Because if he could create a banana, he could create an endless banana. Because giving existence to something which did not exist needs eternal source, eternal power, eternal qualities. That's what we have to understand. To give an existence to something which did not exist needs eternal source, eternal power, eternal quality. Because bringing something into existence from nothing, no one can do that. in the world, in this world. Nothing, you cannot see anything that bringing something into existence from eternity, from non-existence. It's impossible. So if you realize that although I gave you the banana, you know that the creator of the banana, you know that the creator of Ali, you know that the creator of the sense of generosity, let's say, kindness of Ali is eternal. What do? The same banana turns into a source of hope, because this eternal source gave me the desire for eternity and gave me the liking, the sense of liking for banana. So this sense is a covenant, is an article in my covenant with my creator. So he says, this is me who is creating the banana. Because when we investigate, when we really study, make a search on the existence of banana, we understand that only the absolute one can create this banana. So very simple. So when we have this contact, this covenant with the creator, when we understand that the source of the banana and source of my desire for banana is the eternal one, absolute one, I said, this is a promise for me from my creator. So the one who gave me this banana has eternal power to create endless bananas. So it is a source for me. So he will really, he can replace it. He will replace it. That's what he made me like it. Do you see? That's why he made me like it. It is from him. So when we connect our desires with their source, then that is a source of trust for me. So the same banana is not, or will not be a source of pain anymore, but a source of hope for me. But real hope and a real promise from my creator. There is no reason for the creator not to keep his promise, because he has given me my life, my existence from his own generosity. I didn't ask him to create me. I don't think you did this. So no one did. So he gave us existence. That's we belong to. That's the place we belong to. So turn your face, turn your emotions to where you belong to. So do we understand this? The pain, the torture is not intrinsic to the created things. It is with us. If you are unhappy, not because God created you unhappy, you made yourself unhappy. Think about it. If you are not comfortable, if you don't feel really comfortable and relaxed as a one which is created by an absolute creator, and he created me, I belong to him. That's it. No worry about me. If you don't have this feeling, it means we are missing something in our creation. We are missing something, so turning this world into a source of sorrow, source of pain. That's why Qur'an keeps saying that you torture yourself, you tortured yourself. I don't torture you. You harm yourself. God doesn't harm you. God never harms any creatures. Even death comes. It is from him. Whatever comes, it is from him. If you don't see it, it is from him, you torture yourself. If you think that something is happening in this world in a way that you don't like it, you don't expect it to happen in this world, and get disappointed, it means your imagination. It's your imagination. Because you, rather than trusting your feeling of thirst or need of happiness or hope, trusting this need of hope to its source, you are trusting this need to another thing which cannot answer, which cannot satisfy you. Tomorrow cannot satisfy you. It doesn't have an independent existence. So the food doesn't really satisfy you. It doesn't have any independent existence. So other people cannot satisfy you. They don't have any independent existence. It means they are all dependent. They are created beings like yourself. So if we don't connect ourselves to the source, we are in pain. That's the face of the word that hadith and some verses we will study said that it is repugnant for you. So the repugnance of it is repugnant. We have to reject it. Yeah, it is the dirty side of the world. But this is because of our attitude. We have to understand that. This is because of our attitude. If we don't understand, if we think that there is something evil existing in the world, it means God is evil. The creator of this world evil. Look at the creation and see if this creator of this world is evil. The creator of this world is evil. Look at the world. So if you say that it's a wonderful, absolutely merciful creator who gave existence to all this world, but my interpretation of the events may put them or transfer them into an evil appearance because I cut off the relationship from the merciful creator. I didn't look at the mercy in the existence of that particular event or that particular creation. It means if you like, disconnecting the relationship from its source turns everything into evil. We have to think about it. It's not easy subject. We have to think about it, but you can. But just deliberately reflect on it, ponder on it. Do you think the creator of this world can be an evil one? Who created me, who gave me the sense not to like evil. Yep. He gave me the sense not to like evil. He is evil, it's contradictory. So we have to understand and look for the mercy in everything, including death, illness, or disappointments. You want to get something but you cannot get. But look, what is it really? What is the Creator training you? How He is training you? Just look at it. It is a place where we are trained. So I think the third point, what we read the Qur'an, what we read the Hadith, and all say that people keep saying that don't attach your heart to this word. We shouldn't think of it in this term. I have to attach my heart to the Kaaba, not to this building. It is trash. It's baseless. It's nothing to do with religion. It's baseless. But I shouldn't attach my heart to nothing but only the source of the existence of everything, including this building and Kaaba. Do you understand? It looks a little bit radical, but we have to think about it because we are so much into sanctifying, making sacred the things. Some of them are sacred, some of them are not sacred. We shout outside when we come into the masjid. Keep quiet, keep quiet. Why? It's the sacred place. Yeah, sanctuary. So Even not only in Islamic culture, in Christian and synagogue, the holiest of the holy place in the temple, no one can enter there. No one. Only the holiest of the holy man, the chief rabbi, can enter only once a year and slaughters because he's doing something wrong. He's dirtying it. What is that? Not Monday. Sacralizing? What's the word to make it not sacred? How do you say this word? Does anybody know it? Sorry? Sacrilegious, yeah. Because some places are sacred, more sacred than the others. Why? Who created that sacred place? Who created no sacred place? If it is in you, it is your understanding. You are making it really into a sacred thing. In reality, everything is created is good. Because the Creator is good, because we have to understand that in its existence, it comes into existence in order to manifest the qualities of its Creator. So, in its existence, health is good. In its existence, sickness, ailments are good in their existence because they are from the Creator. So they are teaching us the real nature of this world. For example, this world is transient, everything is subject to change, continuous change, okay. But in its existence, it is good because it is functioning as a mirror to the absolute qualities of its Creator. Do you follow? So it is good. Everything is good in creation. Okay, that was very important. I'm inshallah you understood. Hey, you got it. So let's read one verse. Okay. Who's going to read? The verse? Would you please? Yeah.
نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون. We are your protecting friends in the life of the world and in the hereafter. There you will have all that your soul desire, and there you will have all for which you pray. Fussilat 41:30.
Yeah. So, what this verse tells me now, we are your protecting friends. The Evliya is translated in this way. Okay, the close friends, intimate friends. That in the life of this world, I would say the end is underlined, as well as in the hereafter. So far, without dying and going into hereafter, don't you feel that as long as you understand that the Creator of this world is my friend, the one who created me, who is my boss, he's my Lord, he is the one who created me, gave me existence, and everything, including all my senses. In this world, it means if I don't see that God is my friend, it means I cut off my relationship with Him. He is still my Creator, but by using or misusing my free will, I cut off my connection with Him. That's why I feel that He's not my friend. He said, God forgot me, Why God is always giving me this and that, with the complaining, so lots of complaining. So the word says, look, I am your friend in this world as well as in the hereafter. Don't say that in the hereafter, after we die and we will be resurrected and we will see that He is going to be my friend or not. No. in this world you can experience hereafter as well. And you can understand this verse telling you the truth within the conditions of this world. You don't have to die in order to understand that in the hereafter, God is going to be your friend, intimate friend. You don't have to die. You can experience it here. Because if you remember, the verses of the Qur'an speaks to me while I am in this world. And I have to confirm this. If I have no trace, if I have no evidence of the truthfulness of this message, how can I confirm it? I will say, I don't know. It is said so. I don't know. I haven't been to the hereafter, and it is not related to me. I will go, then I will see, if there is. But if we really go back to the beginning of our discussion today, if we really see that everything is coming from eternal source, we said this is the first and second aspect of this word. Use this word as a mirror, as a, if you like, signpost of the existence of the eternal source of it. You find that everything you will have what your souls desire, and there you will have all for which you pray. You know, تدعون ولكم فيها ما تدعون. Whatever you want, tell me what you want. Tell me, somebody say, what do you want? Well, I'm not going to ask Rizal. He will say, you're the best wife in the world. So this is maybe that's hypothetical. Inshallah, why not? So what do you want? Tell me something to get, and any desire.
Banana.
So no banana. He's hungry, I think. Okay, it's a cheap bargain, so it's easy. So somebody can go and get a banana. So you want banana. Why do you want it? Because of the taste. I'm going fast. Okay, you enjoy it. Yeah, you feel that you are needy, in need of banana. All right, understood. So as soon as you realize that the creator of banana is sending you a message that he is eternal, and giving you the sense, sending a message that he is the one who gave you this sense, he is going to meet it. As soon as you establish this bridge, if you like, but vertical bridge, not horizontal bridge, saying that if the people bring bananas from wherever they are, I don't know which country they import bananas, or they produce bananas. Where do they produce bananas in America? Where do they come from? Colombia? Sorry? Colombia, mostly from Colombia. So if the trade works well, yeah, if the price is within the range of my budget capacity, so I will get banana. Otherwise, no. When I die, or if the doctor says you shouldn't eat banana, finish. But if you connect yourself to the source, not Colombia, but the source. If you connect yourself not to your money power or the greengrocer, yeah, but the source. If you connect yourself to the source, what you feel? My source is letting me know that he is promising me that he's going to give me this taste eternally. Right? So as soon as you eat banana, I said, I understood. And let's say you didn't know that pomegranates exist, but one day somebody offered you pomegranates and you loved it. That's a promise. I need that one as well. So whatever you desire, your soul desires, whatever you wish, you want to have, all these senses are given to you by your Creator. When you connect these senses to their sources, the source to their source, you feel that my Creator is the one who does this. I'm sure. Do you think he is going to lose his power tomorrow? He is eternal. He is absolute. He is infinite. So if the source is infinite, he cannot diminish his power. He cannot diminish his promise. There is no reason for me to say that he is not going to keep his promise. What is the sign? There is no sign. Everything is coming into existence every moment in the perfect order. He is not really losing his power or anything. He is not getting angry and going crazy. Yeah, everything is perfectly created. But some spots are created in order to educate us, train us, teach us something. Just we have to really take lessons from it and get them as warnings, not to lose ourselves in this transient aspect of the world. Just a reminders, saying that we cannot be the source of our existence. We cannot guarantee the good qualities that we experienced and enjoyed in this world by our own power, or the power of the health system, or the hospitals, or whatever, medical developments, whatever. We cannot really guarantee whatever you do, you will die at the end. So these are just really teachings us. When we understand that, when we connect it, so this universe and me to its source, you guaranteed your happy life, eternal life, while you are in this world. You understand that that's the only way. There's no other way to explain the existence of this world and explain the meaning of this existence. Why does this universe exist? So what is the meaning in this universe, existing in this way, demonstrating all the eternal qualities of God and giving me the consciousness and be aware of the qualities of its source. So I am conscious of my Creator. So this consciousness gives me the opportunity to understand that this is the promise from my God, from my Creator. Right? So that's why this verse says, we will see other verses as well, but this verse says, God is your protecting friend. It means intimate friend. Intimate friend in the life of this world and in the hereafter at the same time. You have to experience it here. It is a little bit different, or maybe slightly different from what you usually hear. All the stories or the descriptions of hereafter mostly told by the religious people as something will happen somewhere later on. But we have to see the signs of it so that I will be confident in my belief. I will trust my Creator, and I will say that this is the language or the word of this, the Creator of this world. That's how we really confirm our belief in the book. This message is from God. If I don't have the evidence to confirm it, how can I really believe in the book as the word of God? I have to be able to confirm it. That's what we have to understand this. It may go against what we have been hearing mostly, very rarely though. So shall we stop here? Are we tired? Is it a good time to stop? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I have a question. Why does it say we?
Ah.
We are your protecting friends.
Yeah, there are, I don't want to go to the traditional explanation of it, but we are your protecting friends. Wherever you go, you see him. Whatever you see, you have to refer to him. It means all the qualities manifested in this world, in your eyes, many numbers, right? But goes to the same source, eternal. So can I tell you something? It is a very common question. It's not the first time, maybe 100th time I am asked this question. So the Qur'an uses we. If the symbol infinite, is to speak, to the people, to human beings, who are able to only imagine and think in terms of numbers. Right? 1, 2, 3 million, billion, trillion. Yeah? What the infinite, the symbol of infinite, this symbol, will say, we, including all numbers that you know. It means all qualities in the world belongs to me. So I am speaking, if you like, on the name of, no, on behalf of the name of the different qualities manifested in this world, me. So in your eyes, many different kinds of qualities manifested. Yeah? Endless qualities manifested in my eyes, in your eyes. But that's why speaking to me, whatever the qualities you see in this world belongs to me. So all the qualities in your eyes belongs to me. As the infinite number, infinite, not number, sorry, the infinite is not a number. So infinite, the symbol of infinite includes all numbers, even more. Yeah, so it makes sense because the Quran speaks to human beings at the level of human capacity. That's what we understand. So the Quran uses phenomenological language, but this is a technical word, speaks according to the phenomena we experience in this world, and God, Creator says, are you looking for a creator for this? It's me. For this, it's me. For this, it's me. Or different qualities manifesting themselves there. So that's why we understand in reality, or not in reality, but as far as we understand, in the language of the Quran, we represent al-asma al-husna. وَلَهُ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى, plural. Represents al-asma, it means the names. Yeah. You can say all the manifestations of the names of the Creator. We are going to treat you as your intimate friend, awliya. Got it? So don't go others. Royal, that makes sense, but this is that's what I could understand from the explanations from our Salaf. So that's beautiful verse. We will go other verses will put us in trouble. So this verse said, the people of world will lose. Oh, what does it mean? But we established the foundations today. It is not difficult to really understand what they mean. Although most of the people, or we, including we, may be cut up by the descriptions between the people of the world and the people of the Akhirah, eternal life. And the Quran really separates our life. We will understand that now. But bear in mind today's discussion. This is just foundation. Thank you very much. Any more questions? Anybody who's bothered with we and other? So how can I know that he's going to keep his promise? Yeah. If your Creator is not going to keep his promise, do you think your Father is going to keep his promise? He's going to die. Don't worry about it. No one. The loss of empires collapsed. No, you cannot even really attach or lay your hope in anything in this world. Everything is changing. Even the world is changing from this age to another age, from this period of existence to another period of existence. So only the source, eternal source of this world, is the place where we really can lay our trust in. And it's worth it. That's it. Everything ends up within ourselves. Yeah? You understood? Nothing is bad in the world. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين الفاتحة.